Hi, and welcome to L10. I'm your host, Caroline Bednar. In this week's show, we'll dive into winter on campus. Many know the friendly faces that work in the mailroom, but did you know that they're also accomplished athletes? Senior news producers Hale Brown and Rory Murphy bring you the stories of Colby Cohen and Kayla Santiago.
Hi, my name is Colby Cohen. I'm the assistant boys lacrosse coach here at the Lawrenceville School and also the mailroom clerk here.
I'm Kayla Santiago. I'm from Puerto Rico and I play softball.
How did you first start playing this sport?
I play. I'm started 3 years old. Playing baseball first with my dad, and then at the age of 14, and then I start playing softball.
I first started playing when my dad, who was an official and a youth coach at the time, got me into it, and ever since about 5th grade I've been playing it.
Did you ever play in college?
I played club at SUNY Cortland, so I never got to play at the varsity level.
What made you fall in love with lacrosse?
I couldn't tell you. All I know is that how much I love it is I play, I coach, I ref, I work at tournaments, I run tournaments, I train kids for a living, run clinics. I just love it.
What made you fall in love with softball/baseball?
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because I come from a baseball family. All of us play for Little League and professional baseball. Yeah.
And we talked a little bit about your induction to the Hall of Fame. What was that experience like?
For me, it's like closing cycle. It's something very important for me because it's something like I think I owe my parents after all the sacrifice that they made for me. At the end, this is for you. I closing this, and then I'm glad that they are with me. Yeah.
What is your favorite part about working in the mailroom?
I say Kayla's actually really fun. She's really great to talk to. She's an awesome person. And now that I find out she's in the Hall of Fame for softball, it's like, wow, she's also an athlete too.
For me, the favorite part is working with kids because I'm a teacher, a physical education teacher, and I coach baseball, Little League, and I love to work with kids and see the kids coming and all their stories and my interaction with talking with you guys and everything. I love it.
And if you were to play any other sport, what would that sport be?
Probably football.
I play basketball in the National League in Puerto Rico too, and I throw javelin, and I play volleyball.
If you could give the student athletes on the lacrosse team one piece of advice, what would that be?
Put in the work. Put in the work outside of practice. Don't put it in when you're required to be there, because when that happens, you're not going to get better. You're just going to be average, and that's not what a great player is.
Be sure to say hi to Mr. Cohen and Miss Santiago next time you're picking up a package. Speaking of Lawrenceville athletes, Kelly Curtis, Lawrenceville class of 2008, was named to the United States Olympic Skeleton Racing Team. Curtis will be competing at the 2022 Winter Olympic Games in Beijing. We're excited to see a Laurentian represent America. On January 19th, Laurentians gathered to celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King. After reading King's letter from Birmingham jail, students gathered in big red discussion groups to hear from a panel on service and about Dr. King, as well as create a campus-wide art project. This past weekend, the Lawrenceville community enjoyed a winter wonderland of snow on campus. Many students took initiative by volunteering to shovel faculty driveways. This season marks the 20th anniversary of beloved periwig tradition, Winterfest. Arts producers Tessia Thomas and Claire Kim bring you inside the rehearsal of one of this year's casts.
This is dumb. I hate my directors. I hate this play, and I especially hate doing theater.
Because last time, Callie was like,
that was all acting. Hope you got that on camera. Did you get that?
Yeah. That's kind of weird.
Hi, my name is Eric Frankel. I'm a 4th former, and I'm lucky enough to play Tom in my Winterfest show, A Cold Reading.
Oh, I got it.
Well, your reporter has left me all alone here. The hardest part about being involved in periwig is making the time, having clothes that you're willing to change in and out of at very odd times of the day, and memorizing lines, even when you really, how you say, don't want to. For example, I don't want to give too much away, but in the script, I have 2 sets of lines that are very similar, and to know when to say them in the right way and at the right time has been a bit of a challenge. The easiest part about Winterfest, doing it. I love making theater. I don't know why that is, and it's definitely not apparent from anything else about me. It's empowering to be given the trust to do something like this all by ourselves. I like the way that my directors, Tiffany and Francis, have gone in, and I like the mobility that we have and the trust that's given to us by the theater department. Come to Winterfest for the laughs, the giggles, the fun.
Congratulations to all involved on a successful Winterfest A Night. B Night will run on February 11th and 12th. In Mr. Hannawald's interdisciplinary class, Africa, Then and Now, students explore the continent's history and current events. Senior specialty producer Lauren Kim brings you a special, created for this class, on King Leopold and his vicious reign over the Congo.
Having the opportunity to teach this class and having this opportunity, one of the top 5 books I have to recommend anyone would be Adam Hochschild's King Leopold's Ghost. I know selecting that book was going to be an excellent way to access not just that time period, but one of the most incredible stories of colonization from one of the most unlikely players of empire. I love to experience, life and history, get out there in the field, and I had experienced Africa. And so I wanted to bring elements of my experience, not just the history.
King Leopold was able to take over so much land because of his manipulative ways and his tactics, using people as pawns and not letting them know the full story of what he was doing.
I perceive him to be a very cruel and greedy man.
When I think of King Leopold and how he pulled this off and what did he pull off, well, incredible amount of theft and murder. Under everyone's eyes, under the illusion of humanitarian aid and work.
He made his work seem so helpful, and that he was helping and civilizing Africa, and he was going to help spread Christianity in the continent. But in reality, he was only doing this for his own selfish purposes.
To think about what he accomplished and what he did for so long without anyone knowing, he was a master of media in the 1800s. He had people everywhere ready to react to a negative story. He was following the explorers right when they were getting off the boats in Africa. So he had this network, this almost spy network, and this mastermind to get what he wanted, and he got it at a cost of over 10 million lives for sure, and perhaps a Democratic Republic of Congo that's still reeling from that legacy of exploitation that Leopold set in place.
He named it Congo Free State, ironically, because it was definitely not a free state.
He went to the Congo to get the resources that they had, like the rubber and ivory, and he extracted them all out to be used for piano keys, like the ivory, and the rubber was used for tires and anything else rubber-like.
I wanted to step back and let the difficulty of the content and the myriad of stories that we could tell from this, or things that we could engage in our own questions to make meaning, to allow students to do what they needed to do, to understand more about the content through their own lens.
Fifth former Delaney Musgrave will represent Lawrenceville at the upcoming New Jersey Region 1 semifinals for Poetry Out Loud. Musgrave won the school-wide Poetry Out Loud competition with her recitations of Across the Street and Intimate Detail. On January 28th, Lawrenceville welcomed Dr. Sandro Galea at school meeting. Dr. Galea, author of The Contagion Next Time, shared his expertise on public health and its wide-reaching complexities. On January 29th, fifth former Greg Foster won the long jump at the historic Millrose Games with a jump of 23 feet and 5.5 inches. Foster is currently ranked the #1 high school boy in the long jump nationally. Next up, we explore a second pandemic sweeping through campus, senioritis. With most college applications submitted, some fifth formers are finding it increasingly difficult to find motivation. Features team Nico Torres, Luke McDonough, and Etta Shar went to Abbott to find out more.
Hi, my name is Russell, and today I'm here with L10, interviewing seniors and teachers about a disease on campus that is more viral than COVID-19, senioritis.
I would say in my 13 seniors in that class that it has not kicked in yet, and they're pretty amazing.
I think it definitely has, sadly. I think it's really going to start to kick in when the weather gets warm. You know, we really start to feel like we're headed out of here.
Oh yes, it's definitely begun.
Yeah, like not me, but I know a lot of kids.
What are the symptoms of senioritis?
Watching a lot of movies instead of reading their homework.
Not really feeling the motivation to go to class and sports as much.
Don't see the importance of homework and watching a lot of movies.
Do you think it's kicked in you yourself?
Yes, I would say sadly it has.
Not at all. I'm an A+ student.
in class?
So I got into Harry Potter, and that thing is so good. Like, Hermione Granger is one of the best actors.
Well, I'm not in college yet, so we're getting there, Russell.
Oh yes, 100%.
There's definitely a lot of seniors on the team who lack motivation, especially now that it's senior winter.
So, what are those seniors' names?
I don't think I can actually give up that information now.
Have you been doing your homework?
Oh yeah, I do my homework all the time.
And I try to, but I would say my procrastination levels have gone up a lot.
Good luck to our seniors making it through winter term, and better luck to the teachers dealing with them. That's all for this week's show. As always, if you have a story to tell, let us know, or stop by our office in the basement of Pop Hall. Be sure to keep up with Lawrenceville news by clicking the subscribe button. From all of us here at L10, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.